Hey everybody, it's Zach again at newtutorial.com. Wanted to come in and make another video today. There's just some crazy economic news that's I haven't talked about in a while. I haven't made a video in a while. I've just been absolutely busy around the house trying to go through things, do some spring cleaning. And I thought tonight I'd make a couple videos. I have a number of topics that I've been wanting to talk about lately. And the economy is absolutely one of them. Every day I check out the economic news. Not that I really care because I don't have a whole lot of stock in any. I don't have any stock in anything. I pulled out my 401k a number of years ago and I traded in for this stuff. So I got rid of my 401k and I don't have that anymore. I don't really have any stocks. I don't have any investments except for actual what you can hold and feel in your hand. But I watch the economic news because I know an economic collapse is coming. It is a mathematical impossibility for this country to recover economically. It just is not going to happen. And anyone who tells you different, that there's hope for this country, is just not willing to see the train coming at them 60 miles an hour down the track. And is just going to imagine that it's going to go away or veer off the track somehow. It's not. It's going to hit you head on. It's going to hurt, and it's going to be very destructive for this country, the economy, and just the people in general. So, how is this going to take place? How is this going to happen? I tend to agree. I tend to think, and others do too, that there's going to be some kind of false flag event, if you will. If you don't know what that is, look it up. A false flag event that will mask an economic failure in this country, something that would get people's attention off of what is actually going on. I don't know what that's going to be. I just think that's how it's probably going to happen. We're going to see a false flag event to usher in this economic collapse, to get people's brain off, get people's minds off putting the blame on who it actually should go on instead of putting it on something else, so that the people who are responsible for it don't get held to account. And that's what happens all throughout history. It happens over and over again. And if you're a student of history and you can look up the information and do your own research without being influenced by the powers that be, you'll see that. But that's a whole other topic. So, all right, check this out. There was an article that came out this week from Zero Hedge. And it says, Foodstamp Nation. Foodstamp Nation. The USDA's Food and Nutrition Service released a new report, a Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, that's basically your food stamps, earlier this week with some extra fresh data on the program. Given our earlier note on Mr. EBT, we thought the following brief clip from Bloomberg TV on the $82 billion per year program would provide some rather shockingly sad insights. Basically, they put a video from Bloomberg News, and I can put a link to this article on below the video. You can go check it out. But here's the bottom line, folks. Here's how bad it is in America right now. Right now, we have basically 15% of our entire U.S. population is now on food stamps, and that's just over 20% of all households. So basically, just over 20% of all households in America. You drive down the street, and you look at it at 10 houses, 20%. 2 of those houses are going to be on food stamps in America right now today. That's how bad it's gotten. Over 20% of America's households are on food stamps. That's a really sad number. The economy is not getting better. No matter what, every day I'm driving down, I'm driving to work and I'm listening to the news. I'm listening to my local news station on the radio, give its morning report because I listen to the traffic report and things like that. And they spout off some of the economic news, and it's always positive. It's always positive. Oh, well, these numbers were released, and these are positive numbers, and the economy is slowly chugging along. You keep hearing these buzzwords on the news of how the economy is slowly buzzing along. We're slowly but surely getting back on track. It's a lie. It's 100% a lie, and the media's in on it. And it's not that they want to believe that it's true. And they're getting these numbers from our government saying, hey, put these numbers out. These are good numbers, blah, blah, blah. And so they try to put this out there. And if there's a number of money managers out there today who are saying, man, it's bad. Get out of the market. And people are even closing their own firms because they said they cannot honestly advise clients to stay into the market any longer because it's rigged. It's compromised. And so they're closing shop. but most people are just keeping up with the lie because they're trying to keep up with the status quo and hope that it can recover beyond some kind of miraculous event. It's not gonna happen, folks. It's gonna collapse. We are definitely heading for a collapse right now, and your only bet right now is to go out financially. If you're going to make any financial decisions, I would buy land. I would pay off all your debt if you could. If you had the ability to pay off your debt, pay off your debt. If not, and anything else, I would go ahead and buy a water filter, buy storage food, pay off your cars so you don't have car debt. You don't have any debt on your cars, and if you could, buy silver. If I was going to make one bit of financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my advice if you don't want to, but I would buy silver. Go out and buy some silver. This is what the Bible calls money. This is what the Torah calls money. The Hebrew word is kesef, and it's used interchangeably for money and silver all throughout your Old Testament. This is what the Bible called money. I heard somebody say the other day, that they were really happy that some of these countries over in Europe were getting away from actual physical money. They were all using now electronic currency, basically credit cards or debit cards. They were getting away from paper money 100%. And one of the reasons they said this, was it was a benefit to get away from the paper money and the physical money was germs. They said, yeah, that paper money just carries too many germs anyway, and it makes us a healthier society. Well, if you do some research on silver is like the hammer to bacteria. It is. I mean, people will say, things become bacteria resistant. Bacteria can never become resistant to silver. Today, you see socks, people who make socks, the manufacturers of socks, they're lining their socks with silver. The sport manufacturers, they're lining their sports clothing lines with silver. Water filters have long been using silver as a way to kill germs in their water filters. Silver. It's because silver kills germs. It kills bacteria. It kills viruses. And isn't it amazing that our Father chose the perfect metal that would kill bacteria and kill viruses to be used for money? But see, the problem is we've gotten away from using what is called honest weights and measures in our Bible to deal with each other. We don't use this anymore. We use paper or we use ironclad coins that have actually no value whatsoever. And those stuff's gonna spread germs. But this doesn't. It actually kills germs. Do any research you want. You'll find that silver is a very healthy thing to be using in your home for a number of applications. And as money, absolutely, silver kills germs. You've heard this term before that, raised with a silver spoon in their mouth. And I have a silver fork right here. This is 92.5 sterling silver. It's absolutely a healthier way to eat. I don't use these on a regular basis to eat, but this is a sterling silver fork, but it is absolutely a healthier way to eat because we know science tells us that silver kills germs and bacteria, and so when you eat with these utensils, you can be assured that chances of you catching some kind of horrible bacteria or horrible disease by using sterling silverware is going to be reduced. We've gotten away from what our Bible calls money. We've gotten to usury. Our Bible warns against using usury, and we've built an economy on it, and it's collapsing right now. It is collapsing, and there's no way out of it. So anyway, that's my update. I just wanted to talk about that and urge you guys, if you haven't bought silver yet, get out there and buy some silver. We are a food stamp nation, and it's only going to get worse. Look at this chart here. This is the chart that they put up, and it just shows you from 2006 all the way up to 2011. It used to be very rare you'd find somebody who was on food stamps. At least that was my experience. But now look at this. You go to the supermarket today, and it's like you see people all the time who are checking out using EBT. It's gotten bad, folks, and it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. We are headed for an economic catastrophe in this country because we've gotten away from what the Torah calls honest weights and measures. All right, I just wanted to give you that out there. There's going to be a lot of distractions coming up in the near future. Political, economic, entertainment, news distractions. Stay away from those distractions. There's a presidential race coming up. Both people who are running, Mitt Romney, Barack Obama, they're horrible people. Neither of these guys are going to have the answers, but they're going to promise a lot of answers. But they're not going to have any. Don't be distracted by that. Stay true. Get into your word. get into the Bible and put your full faith and trust in that. Put your full faith and trust in Yeshua. He's coming back very, very soon. So get ready for that. All right, that's it. That's it for my update. I got some other videos I want to make, but go home, read your Bible. All right, thanks.